Hi everyone, my name is Elli Tamanaha, and I will be doing my final presentation for Interior Architecture Studio 1. My project is titled Minsa Resort and Spa, and the location of this spa resort that I have designed is on Yaeyama Islands, Japan. Before I get too far into the design, I wanted to contextualize the location. The This spa and resort is located in Okinawa Prefecture, which is the southernmost islands of Japan. So it's very tropical. They're known for turquoise waters, beautiful tropical flora, as well as many traditions, considering it used to be its own independent country. There's a lot of craft culture that still is continued today. Textiles played a really important role um, for the islands economically. So to the left in this photo, you'll see a picture of Minsa textiles, and had it actually held this meaning back in the day, where women would present this to their loved one when they got married, because the symbolism means eternal love. So for this spa and resort, which I imagined a large portion of guests would be either coming for vacation, maybe a honeymoon or a destination wedding, I thought the meaning behind this symbol would be very fitting. So I have decided to call this Minsa Resort and Spa. Moving on to the floor plan, there are a few floor plans I'll be showing. This is Plan A, which is the smallest designed floor plan. As you walk in, there's a large bathroom with a tub shower unit to the right. And then as you go back into the room, the ceiling actually gets higher, so it kind of opens up back into the bedroom space. There are windows with a lot of natural light coming in, with a seating area, local art displayed, um, and overall, all of these units are facing towards the ocean, so ocean view. Next, we have Plan B, which is more kind of like a corner room. So you enter through here, and again, the ceiling kind of gets higher as you walk into the room. There's a dining table with 5 seats, with a really large kind of living area that looks out into the pool deck with 2 TVs, one that swings out towards the dining table. And then we have a bed in the back with a very large tub shower unit and walk-in closet. Again, we have some local art on the wall and plenty of space for maybe 2, 3 people. This is Plan C, which is more of a suite. As you walk in, a large seating living area with a TV and a 6-person table with large floor-to-ceiling glass windows in the corner. So if you can imagine the kind of natural light that will flow in. And then we have double doors that kind of create this grand entrance into the large bedroom space with the king-size bed. There's a seating area and a desk, um, along with the bathroom area with a shower, a bathtub, uh, and a more private toilet area. As you can see, there's a door leading out into the bedroom, but also out into the living room. So the design itself has a very circular flow through it, um, which makes a lot of sense for a larger suite like this. Next, we're moving on to the lobby, reception, and gift shop floor plan. So the main entrance right here is 2 double doors, which creates a very grand entrance into the lobby space. And so guests know exactly where to go. The reception desk is right in front of them. There'll be multiple employees or staff grading them in. Um, with both the manager's office and security office storage area behind it, making it very convenient for the employees to go in and out of. And to the left, you have the concierge desk with a seating area. So if any family members or guests are waiting to talk to someone at concierge, there's a seating area for them. And then to the right, we have a large fountain that really creates a central uh, art piece, I guess, for the lobby space. Around number 7 is a window display that changes seasonally, kind of highlighting local artists or craftsmen, so that guests can appreciate and learn more about the history and culture of the Ryukyu peoples, which was the indigenous group in Okinawa. Around the fountain area are sofas with cocktail seating and tables. Um, the cafe bar is open throughout the day and at night, trying to transitioning from a cafe to a bar area. And as you can see, there's limited bar seating. So the idea is that there's any if there are more guests than the bar can seat, then they can sit in this seating area. It can also be as a lounge area for guests who aren't necessarily using the cafe and bar space. And then towards the back, there's another double door that actually leads into the gift shop area, which has, convenient anything that you'll find in like a convenience store with magazines, newspapers, a cash wrap area with a children's, women's, and men's section for with any goods either as a gift or souvenir or for use during their stay. There's an arrow here leading to the restaurant, and then the other side leads to the hallway towards rooms. And in this back corner are the public restrooms for both men and women with a seating area. And this is a 3D view of the reception desk as you walk in through the entrance. There'll be plants that line around the columns to kind of create a focal point right towards where you need to go. This light, it kind of resembles waves, alluding to the natural environment around Okinawa, as well as that Minsa pattern mural piece in the back. This is a 3D kind of illustration of the gift shop space. We have kind of swimsuits or jackets, bags, like I said earlier, that could serve as souvenirs or for use during their stay at the resort. Some guests forget things, so this gift shop should be a space where they could pick up anything that they forgot, like toothpaste or snacks or sunscreen, while having more of a boutique feel. These are wooden slats that are kind of echoing from the design of the lobby area, to bring a more natural, organic feel to the space. And this is the restaurant floor plan. So from the lobby, we had seen an arrow into the restaurant floor plan. This restaurant total holds 20 people at the bar and 100 in the main area, with many different diverse types of seating, including round booths, as you can see here, or banquet seating around here, and table seating. Both the table and banquet seating are a little bit more flexible, so if there are larger parties or smaller parties, the tables and the seating can be adjusted to make it comfortable for the guests. As you walk into the reception, there'll be a hostess stand right to your left, and some waiting or seating area. Guests also have the option to grab a drink and sit at the cocktail tables around here or at the bar. until their table is ready. There are waiter stations both here and in this corner, which are the furthest points from the back kitchen, so that the waitresses have easy access to things like extra utensils or cups. And in the back is a storage area for the bar, um, with double doors that swing both ways into the kitchen, with a private employee restroom in the back and storage space for the kitchen, with a separate entrance on this side to kind of create a flow, so staff have an ability to kind of walk through the kitchen and people don't get stuck. There's also a back entrance that leads to pick up and drop off of or delivery. And then the restroom space for guests is in this back corner with some stalls for the men's side and the women's side. During summer months or the patio will also open up for guests, although it's Okinawa, so for most of the year, outside temperature is actually very ideal for outdoor seating. That being said, there's also a lot of typhoons that come through the area, so the patio space will be used depending on weather. Sorry. And then moving on to the perspective view for the not the kitchen, the restaurant. I've illustrated the booth seating area. As you can see, there's wooden slot dividers that create more privacy between the two rows of booth seating. The idea behind that is that there's a little bit more of an intimate feeling in these spaces, with lower lights that shine down onto the table, along with plants that create this very lush tropical feel, even though it's an indoor space. In the very back, you have floor to ceiling windows that bring in ample amounts of natural light. Moving on to the resort office plan. So this is where we have our chefs, event planners, all of their offices in the resort. As you walk in through the entrance, you are in the reception area with seating in the back for any guests or clients to wait as the receptionist gets in touch with whoever you're planning to meet. And then there are double doors that separate this reception area from the back offices. So as you walk in, you can either access the library or walk into the back offices. And then we have an executive chef assistant's desks both here and here, that are both very close to the executive chef office #1 and office #2 right here. And they have their own conference room in this corner. Something that was planned for the office spaces is that each executive chef should have the same square footage, as well as the amount of windows they have in their office. And we have 3 event planner assistants offices over here, as well as an accountant's office. And the assistants are also facing the event planners' office spaces, so that the design kind of echoes or reflects the kind of communication that this office space is trying to cater towards, which is more direct communication. And we have a employee kitchen area with a refrigerator, a sink, microwave, and a little eating area with a table, along with the file room on this side, and a back entrance door that kind of leads back out. Apart from the offices, there's also the main conference room that seats 10 people with a TV monitor display on this side. And next to the conference room is a very centrally located copy and mail room with a little coat closet here, along with a fax machine, a copy machine, etc. Oops. And this is a view of the conference room. So I mentioned earlier it has about 10, enough, the table is big enough to seat 10 people. We have this kind of beautiful wallpaper on the back that kind of adds some luxury to this conference room space. And this is an example of what an office space may look like, with a more L-shaped desk with seats for whoever they're meeting with, along with some file cabinets area and storage for the employee. And again, lots of natural light coming in from the windows. So for the last part of this project we've been working on through this quarter, I've addressed some COVID design changes to the plans that were just presented, since we are still continually dealing with the pandemic. These are some suggestions of how we may change the design or add to the design to reflect that we are trying to design the spaces with making sure that we address some of the issues that will come through with COVID. So bathrooms and hotel rooms, one, adding touch-free sinks and automatic doors to limit contact with other people. We can kind of incorporate more innovative design solutions through these touchless technologies. Another thing is making sure there's ventilation. It's important to enhance ventilation systems so that they're updated and it's in its most advanced minimum efficiency in terms of making sure there's airflow. And then last but not least, hotel room designs should maybe include some sort of visible indication of cleanliness, so that guests know and feel secure in knowing that the space or environment that they're in is cleaned, sanitized, disinfected on a regular basis. For the main lobby and gift shop, maybe limiting the number of products displayed and number of people within the gift shop would be important. Somehow implement maybe like a pre-registration digital check-in for guests so that the reception desk doesn't get congested, and would maybe be more efficient in reducing wait times right by the reception area. I think it's also important to maybe rethink the furniture layout. And since, for example, in the lobby reception, I indicated that there was ample seating around the fountain, cafe bar area. So it might be important to reduce or add partitions between the tables. For the restaurant, an example would be to expand the outdoor dining space to increase seating, but like I said, in the location, weather is an issue, so that may or may not work in our case. Going contactless, so minimizing any kind of tabletop decor or replacing paper menus with QR codes so that guests can just order directly from smartphones, maybe something to include. And last but not least, social distancing where possible. So adding additional partitions apart from the wooden slats that we already had in the design. For the offices, again, making sure there's a solid ventilation. In one of these NPR articles, there was a concept called displacement ventilation, so that might be something we could implement. Shifting desk layout so that maybe there's more than 6 feet distance between workstations. or utilizing maybe the conference rooms for some of the employees so that there's less people in the same area is another solution. Um, and checking in with employees to make sure that they're comfortable. I think that's also very important, particularly in this office environment. Another thing is to choose finishes that are self-cleaning or easy to clean, especially in those common areas, so that regular cleaning is easy and maintenance is, there's no issue with that. I think that sums up my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I had a great time working on this project. Thank you so much.